Mic test. Oh yeah, working good. What's going on, y'all? We're gonna start here momentarily. Wait, what's going on, y'all? Hey, good morning, Hellbound. How you doing today? It's Hump Day. Woohoo! Everyone's favorite day. Hope y'all have had an awesome week so far. All that Memorial Day action. And man, summer is officially here. The sun down here in Texas has gotten. I guess Memorial Day really does mark the time for summer because I feel like just right after this weekend, the sun has been really intense. But whatever, y'all don't care about weather. This is about charts. So let's get into it. Welcome. I'm Z Rex. This is No Noise. It is the last day of the month, 31st of May. It's a little before noon. So we're going to have the monthly closes coming up here today. I guess it was 6 or 7 o'clock, and then 4 o'clock for traditional markets. So that should be interesting. We are getting a little bit of a selling pressure today. So yay, we're back on the range. Oh my god. It's just so frustrating. It really is. It's like, oh, we're going to get it out of the range to the downside. Nope, just kidding. Oh, we're going to the upside. Nope, just kidding again. And here we are, smack dab back in the middle of the stupid range. So exciting, isn't it, y'all? Hell yeah. Let's go to that monthly chart, since it does close here in about 7 hours. And let's clean this bitch up, because it's a little bit dirty. Here we go. So you can see we're talking about on Monday. We would like to see the upper 27,000 handle close above that, so this doesn't look like doji and then rejection to the downside. We do have 7 hours left. We'll see what the bulls can muster up. And it's not terrible. You can see there is a little green cross down here saying that there is some really good support being built. And, you know, obviously, like we've talked about for a while, 24, 25,000-ish. As long as we're above that, the macro is still very much bullish. So we can't really, I mean, obviously we can't get bearish yet. I mean, we're still above this. That last weekly close still looks good. And look at all these EMAs. They're even tighter now. Look at this. I used to work with this guy. He said in construction way back in the day, he's like, make sure those are tight. And I'm like, yeah, okay, it's tight. He's like, the screws, whatever we were doing. He's like, yeah, it's tight like frog pussy. And I'm like, okay. Or it's colder than a witch's tit in the Arctic. I'm like, who the Texas country boys got some hilarious sayings. Looks like I should have gotten out of Woo, didn't lose money, but didn't really make any either. Oh, dang, really? Let's go look at it real quick. Let's check it out. Woo, no, not Woo /. Yeah, just flat. Hey, look, it's back on the range. Yeah, Just chilling right at that. Right when you asked about it, it was in the 22-cent handle. So we're just kind of chilling there still. Real low volume on this guy. I mean, some of these candles look like they don't even have any volume on them at all. Like when they're flat with no tails, like this one and this one and this one and a couple of these other ones. That means it's pretty illiquid, but the weekly's trying to put a bunch of hammers on right on the 21, so that's still okay. And overall, though, it still does look good above 20 cents. Nothing's changed technically except more range sideways BS. All right, let's go back to Mama Bear here. So Mama Bear is back in the range. Yay, it's so cool. Couldn't get any movement going. Holiday just lulls. Little pump Sunday, no follow through, double no follow through, and getting some selling pressure. We're actually getting some pretty good sell pressure on majors too. Russell's down 1.5. Nasdaq's still pretty. I mean, Nasdaq is still in bull mode, so we'll get to that in a second. But let's run down the rest of the crypto space here. Maybe if my chart will load. Come on, you can do it. All right, here we go. We got the, let's put on my drawings, because there is a trend line actually that we should probably just go ahead and snake on right there. That looks pretty damn good. Man, look at this. Mega, oh, that's where we left off here. Mega super support. These are only like $500 now within each other. And I'm talking about these EMAs and the 200 SMA. I mean, look at this. So tight price action. Less than 2% away. And as we discussed the other day on Monday, that rarely happens. Like, let's just zoom back real quick just to see. I mean, actually, that's the tightest they've actually ever been. Because usually, like right here is probably the closest, and they were about 20% away. Only $48. Man, how far Bitcoin has come. That's so crazy. Anyway, so about 20%, and that's the closest they've ever been. So we literally have the tightest price compression in Bitcoin's history right now, which we've been talking about a lot on here. The move coming out of this is going to be so large, and it's probably going to really hurt people's bags, whether you're short, long. I'm not sure which way it's going to break out. I'm definitely leaning slightly to the upside just because of this higher low, higher high structure and being above the 21 EMA on a weekly. But man, there's really no telling. Well, let's see. And you know, you said you should have gotten out of Woo. Hey, at least you didn't lose money, so that's fine. It's all about capital preservation. As long as you can come back another day to trade, you know? Let's see here. What's the saying that I really like? It's opportunity is infinite, capital is finite. Don't forget that one. Can always come back. There's always another trade to make. There's billions of things to trade, pretty much. Anyway, Grayscale just barely sitting on top of the 21, not doing shit. Looks kind of bad. We really would like to see this above 15 to signal some bullish continuation here. Let's go to Unicorn Man. What's he doing? Unicorn Man technically has made higher highs against August last summer, so that is bullish. It is more bullish than Bitcoin structure. Man, and if this weekly in the next couple weeks we could get the 21 over the 55, we would have chronological order on all the EMAs, meaning that the shortest one's on top, and then they go in order by time to the bottom one. That is super sexy. I love when I see that for long-term Momo. And, you know, maybe this is just a little retest of the breakout zone here, or the attempted breakout, we should say. We are still above this trend line. It does look pretty good above about 1850-ish still, so that's still intact. And you can also see that we discussed that on Monday, as long as we're above 1850, that it's pretty decent. And look where price bounced so far, right off of 1850. So we are getting confirmation by price action today that that is a very important level. We start getting comfy below that, you know, we might go test in this stupid range again like Bitcoin is. But as of right now, it could just be a little liquidation break. And I do like that it's sitting atop this magenta candle as well, just really solidifying that 1850. That's the shorter term. I like it. Let's see what the futures be doing. What are they doing? Let's see. Nothing really. We got a little gap here. Looks like we're filling this little tiny gap. Hey, that's cool. Fill the gap now so it doesn't get filled, after we rally really hard. Hey, I'm down with that. There is a really giant gap down here, though, in the futures on Ethereum from 14. Shit, holy crap, from 1430 to 1550. Big gap right there. Man, gaps generally do get filled, y'all. So, ooh, that's a little bit scary. Let's see what Charlie's doing. Charlie is attempting to break out. It's been attempting to break out for about a millennia now. It can't do it, apparently. Nothing can break out. I mean, even majors are back in their stupid range. But it is in the blue box. Would have liked to see bulls make an incremental high here, or at least do a double kind of top high at this 93, 90, pretty much 94. And they were not able to do it, so hopefully this doesn't turn into failed kind of breakout zone. But as long as it's in this box, it's just neutral as hell. It's like, god dang, I just keep having to say that. It's so annoying. Ethereum Classic rallying to the 21. Looked kind of good Monday. Immediate rejection off of these shit coins. One thing that isn't looking shitty is XRP, though. Look at XRP bumping past 48 cents. That was that resistance spot. And now it's well above it. And look, we went to the test in that mid-range. We were kind of looking for that low 50s target if this were to continue. We got it so far, getting a little bit of a pullback. And so now previous resistance is support, and that will be that 48 cent level. So as long as we're above 48 cents, Ripple Me Nipples actually looks pretty damn good here. Let's go to the weekly. See how this weekly closes. It still has 4 days. So we've got plenty of time for something to happen there. And let's jump out to the monthly. And we got the monthly printing some good support, about 45 cents. So I like it above that mid 40s. Really 48 is kind of the level I really like. As long as we're above that, it looks pretty good. One of the better looking coins, that's for sure. XLM, Caleb's, after he left the XRP action. This actually looks pretty good too, above this level at about 9 pennies. Really, it's about 8.8. As long as it's about 8.8 pennies above with that, I don't got any problems with this. It does look like bulls are trying to regain the Momo here. So let's see if they can muster up the strength to do that. Staying above 8.8, really need to get an attempt into the mid-9s for this to start flipping structure and looking pretty good. Let's go to Tron. That's the one that has been kind of defying the market. We're flagging out a little bit right here. So that is interesting formation. Looks real good above 7.4 pennies. Below 7.4 pennies probably comes back to that 6.9 area. Oh, yeah. But, man, still looking good. One of the better, probably one of the best looking charts in crypto right now. I love how it's breaking out of this descending triangle with the false breakout. Test another side of range. Very nice. And again, looks really bullish macro above 6.9 cents. Of course, it's 6.9. With an intermediate target of about 8.5 and a long-term target between 10 and 14. And I know that's a big range, but there's just a lot of price action that lines up between there. And, it's crypto. So what's 20% in crypto land? We're not talking about NASDAQ here or nothing. DOT is doing jack shit. Failed attempt by the bulls, just back in the stupid range between pretty much 515 and 550. Ain't really much to do there, except range trade. If you like to range trading is definitely very viable. If that's your thing, if that's your shtick, try it out sometimes. With crypto, it's beautiful. You can trade like $5, man, and just think of it in percentages. Yeah, if you're gonna make 50 cents on it or something, but hey, that's 10%. You can replicate that later if you start learning the fundamentals of, whatever it is, range trading, whatever the thing is that you kind of want to try. Just always think about it in percentages. That's the most better way to do it. Link, I guess Link is probably in the range still. Yay. Bear's trying to remain dominant here. I mean, it's range bound for over a year now, so, y'all already know what's up. We don't have to beat this dead horse. EOS, yeah, kind of the same little failed attempt getting over the 21. Looked good on Monday. Now it's just kind of looking shitty. I mean, it's not looking shitty. It just doesn't look good anymore. It's just back to neutral looking. Let me rephrase that, because shitty implies like kind of super bearishness, but we're just lollygagging on the lows here. Low gagging, man. That's the new technical term, if you didn't know. Nothing really to add there on EOS. This one's barely holding on, man. It loses a 110. It loses a 110. That's great English. It loses 110. Man, we probably go down to 100, and we start getting comfy below 100 on Bitcoin Cash. Watchale. That's not good. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm just kind of hanging out on this low end of the range. Just super boring, man. Jesus Christ. Jesus, Jesus. That's double Jesus? I don't know. This looks still okay above like 31, 30-ish. Below that, oh man, you're barely holding on. Sub 30 looks really bad. Really need to make a higher high and break this little daily structure of just dribbling down. Really need the bulls to break above 35.50 so it doesn't look so meh. Oh, snap, dude. XMR dumping today. Breaking the range. Uh-oh. That does not look good. This is one of the worser looking charts here. Tried to get up above that, mid upper 150s, which has been a contention area for many, many moons now. And now we're just breaking down from this trend line. This actually doesn't look good. I don't like this one on XMR. Well, damn it, Bobby. Oh my gosh, look at this price compression. How close is this? Is it less than 2? Oh, it's about 4%. It's not as crazy as Bitcoin, because these move 4 or 5% all the time. Bitcoin being at only like less than 2% between all the MAs, that is just unheard of, man. Literally the first time ever. Let's see here. So this is kind of looking a little nasty. See how the bulls defend this by the end of the week. But we get a close like this below like mid 140s on the weekly. Man, that's going to be the bears knocking on the door. Bulls will have to respond swiftly to that, because that does start to build a nastier chart for sure. SEC. Oh, wait, not SEC. No, fuck them. ZEC. Oh, nasty. Yeah, this doesn't look good either. I don't like this. What the hell, man? 32 bucks. Looked good 2 days ago, but we got new price action. We got some new stuff, so we're back in the range, and some stuff is looking a little bit more heavy now. Really, until it breaks 31.30, though, it's okay, but definitely warranting some concern, right? Let's see here. Dash. What is Dash doing? Just getting worked. Maybe this is trying to turn into some sloppy ascending triangle. I don't know. This thing is just getting beat up. The daily 21 on most of the shit coins, 21 EMA that is, has just really been corralling price like for a while, pretty much since late March for most stuff. So, it was nice to see some of that get tested on Monday, but then we get an immediate rejections back into the stupid ranges. We'll see if they can defend and come back up, but yeah, definitely bears trying to assert some of their shorter term dominance here. Doji, what are you doing, Doge? Oh my lord, look at this crap. We're literally, look, it's about to be June. Here's that first week June candle, and it's been 357 days, and we literally have done nothing. Isn't that just great? Reminds me of back in 2018, like this time, where, dude, crypto just went sideways for so freaking long, and then, like, no one cared about it because it was so sideways. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, big candle, 57% happens, and then this shit happens. So I would not be surprised if that was kind of a similar pattern that we fill out over, hell, maybe the rest of this year and into next, maybe Christmas time. Usually Christmas time is pretty bullish on crypto, but yeah, man, pretty snooze fest 3000 over here. STX looks like it's breaking down. Is it below 58? Oh man, barely. It is barely holding on to the 58 handle. As we discussed Monday, 58 flat is pretty nasty. Below that, we do have support right beneath it at this 200. Maybe you could ratchet down to like 54, but that's starting to really break the bodies. I put more weight on bodies of candles than I do tails and wicks. So, man, pretty nasty too. Look at this. Looks like it's kind of just curling back over. Ew. But right at the edge, you got some balls. This, isn't the worst entry because you can stop out in like less than 5%. So, depending on your kind of personality type and, risk tolerance, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. True is absolute garbage. It just keeps selling off. I mean, this thing, it couldn't even get over the 21 in that little rally that happened earlier in the week. I mean, look how far away it is. This chart definitely looks pretty shitty. Let's go to the weekly. It's not being very true to crypto pumpage. What the hell? Below 4 cents, man, which we're flirting with right now, starts to get pretty nasty. And then we only have like this 3 cent handle. 3 cent something is kind of the line in the sand. If you got high risk tolerance, maybe not the worst positioning. I'm not going to do that, but there is a little bit of support in the mid threes here. You can see this magenta candle, and it's kind of just splitting all of this business over here. XRD, what's Radix doing? Probably dumping as well. Yes, it is. Right to the 21, the 55 back. Just quick rejection going back to the lows. Loses 6.5, man. That really opens the door to 5.5. And we should get some decent support there. Bulls really need to clear like 7 at least on this. Get an open and close above 7, and maybe it can look kind of good. I guess we technically did have this candle right here on Monday was. Yeah, just barely open and close. But right underneath all this, didn't get no love, and it's selling off. So, Bulls got some work to do, boys and girls, that's for sure. Hex is just continuing to dump. I'm probably going to take this one off the list because maybe we'll add Pulse Chain instead. Because I am curious and I do want to follow that Richard Hart project. But this one, again, is probably just going to 0. VeChain, right back to 2. Although this one did do a little bit better. So VeChain, XRP, XLM, Tron. There's a handful that are doing a lot better structure. And this one actually looks pretty good for reversal from here as long as it stays above this cluster, which is right at about 2 cents flat. So just a tad under that, like 1.97. I mean, that's whatever. We're splitting hairs, but just whatever. Looking at this chart right above this little cluster does actually look fairly decent for some reversal. And you can see on DMI too, bulls are attempting to regain Das Momo. Atom is just selling off again. 21 rejection. Bye-bye. Back to the stupid bottom of range. Line in the sand on this, guys. 1030-ish, 1025. Then it opens up this big range between 8 and 10 pretty much. Below 8 is black hole mode. Oh, no, it's not. Sorry. There's another low over here at 580. So below like 850, man, this is real thin. Let's look at the volume profile real fast. The cheat code. Maybe if it will load, there it goes. Oh man, yeah, it's real nasty below that. Pretty much 9, it gets real nasty. There's no players. So below 9, this bitch could flash down to like 5 something with a quickness. So watch out for that on Cosmos if you got some of that. Pretty nasty. Osmos is just dying. It's down another. This thing's just dribbling. It's literally just walking this trend line, though. This is pretty rare. You don't see this just so textbook walking down it. I mean, it's just nothing. It's black hole price discovery mode. It's abyss mode. It's just going down until it doesn't. And I know that sounds probably silly, but that's what blue sky mode is. When you make all-time highs, on the flip side of this, then, it's new and no one knows. And the market's got to digest it and figure out what the new price could be. And right now, we're just doing that to the downside. So pretty ugly, pretty nasty. This is just dead for now until it really gets back above. Man, I guess at this point you could use like 60 cents, but really need to see an attempt above 69 cents. Pretty nasty. Ton back into its stupid range, 180 to $2. Yay, yay, blah. All right, let's go to traditional markets. Also getting a little sell pressure. This kind of little incremental, just kind of higher highs, higher lows, just barely ratcheting it. But look at this, y'all. Still no 26 read on the daily. That's a little concerning for bulls, that they can't get into the power zone, which is what I call anything above 26 on DMI. So a little bit concerning there. Still okay above like 41.50. And y'all already know we can't get multiple candles above 4,200. We just are not able to do it. We get one here, rejection. We get one, and by candles over, I mean open and close. We get one right here, rejection again. So what are bulls supposed to do? Make price go up. Why? They're struggling, man. They're really struggling with this shit. And, it makes sense because it really is only like 5-10 companies that are holding up a lot of these indexes. Apple, Microsoft, NVIDIA, some of these AI companies. Like AI is the new crypto or the new .com from, the 2000 crash. But, outside of that, man, earnings and guidance and just charts, bank stocks, I mean, everything else is beat to shit, kind of. Your portfolio, if you got like a 60-40 regular retirement portfolio, is flat probably at best this year, unless you manage it yourself and pretty much went all in on NVIDIA or Apple or Microsoft or like, those 5-10 stocks, which most people don't. They just put them in some Vanguard fund or whatever that buys the S&P. But yeah, man, just really struggling to get the ball moving. Let's go to NASDAQ. That's the only one that actually has looked good. And this is mostly off the backs of those stocks we just mentioned. I think someone sent me an article about it, and it was like 20-something%, like just shy of 30% of these moves are coming from like those very few amount of stocks. So that's kind of interesting. And we are getting pretty vertical on this now from Monday's candle. I mean, just really taking off. Here's a slightly shooting star kind of doji indecision at the top of range, so maybe we're getting some more sell pressure. But NASDAQ does look fine above this little swing high at about 13.6. As long as we're above 13.6 right now, this is actually pretty damn bullish. So I know it sounds crazy, looks crazy, it's getting vertical, but price is king, and until 13.6 gets breached, it's in bull mode. NASDAQ's the best looking one by a long shot. Let's go to the Dow. What is the Dow doing? Oh, right back on the horizontal, just like Russell's on the brink of breaking down as well in that 1740s handle, which it has bounced off of like 30,000 times so far. A very important critical level here for RUT and for the Dow. Right on the 200, right on this horizontal, lots of structure supporting it. We start getting comfy below 32.8. Man, that opens up this whole next chapter, which is a wide one from 31.6 to 32.8. So about 1,000-point range right there. And if we jump over to Russell, you can see here too, just lower highs, kind of even lows. It's not really a formation, maybe just like a box formation. It's not a triangle or anything like that. It's just real sloppy. And again, how many times are we going to bounce off from here before it breaks? And what's a telling sign too is that the bulls tried to rally this a few times, but they can never even break and get comfy above 1800. So that is a little bit concerning if you're bullish on the Russell. Weirdly enough, you can be bullish on the NASDAQ. Being bullish on the Russell is very difficult to do right here. It has just been range trading like a mofo. Starting to get comfy below that 1740. I'd say, man, probably like 3 or 4 short-term candles, like a 3-hour. Let's go look real quick. We probably didn't even have that many below 1740. Yeah, here's a little cluster. Here's one immediately bought up, and then for a couple of days here, it did it. So yeah, probably 3 or 4 open and closes even on a 3-hour. It gets us to test maybe the low 1700s. But man, we're just parked right on it again. Jesus. What are the trannies saying? Let's see. The trannies are bleeding out off this trend line. It's still in this falling wedge. Man, but not looking super great. Looks real nasty below 13.6. Really need to see the bulls get over 14K. They just can't do it. Did the DAX? Oh, crap. This is concerning for bulls. So this is a false breakout, and we've already tested the other side of range, and we're actually breaking back below this critical level of 15.8. This is actually pretty nasty price action. If this candle were to close like this here in the next few hours, I would actually be pretty bearish on this sub, like 15.9, 16,000-ish, probably more like upper 15s. This is starting to look pretty nasty. There is a little support at 15.5, but given the yeah, man, okay, not too great for the German futures market. This right here, I really don't like this. This is like false breakout, trapped a bunch of people, and now they're very much in the hole. And getting back below just that 15.8 area is pretty nasty. We get a couple daily open and closes the rest of this week below this range. Man, I would not be surprised to see price come back into this green box. The only way that gets negated for me is really getting comfy back above 16K. Looks pretty nasty. Oh, China's selling off too. Looks kind of heavy. Sub 32 hundo. Barely holding on to the 200. Precarious spot here. This one, let's see. Yeah, I wouldn't trade this one yet. I would want a couple more days or even like another week or so to kind of see what's going to come from this little double false breakout here. Interesting pattern. VIX. Just clustering. VIX is still a clustering. Nothing really new on there. It's kind of just in the stupid range. VVIX is still not over 100. It is making higher highs and higher lows still, though. So that's definitely noteworthy. Hold on, let's go over here. A little trend line. We got a little nice trend line right there on VIX. So, yeah, maybe as long as this is climbing this trend line, it warrants caution. You know, the way the Dow and the German market looks and the Russell looks, you know, this could carry over, man. This is kind of a little bit concerning for the bulls on the majors. You just can't get no Momo, man. Momo, man. VIX futures kind of just clustering down here, too. Still sub 20, so that is a little bit more better. Surprised it's not going over 20 with the selling today, but VIX has been acting weird this year. Oil's fat rejection over here. Looked real good on last Wednesday, then immediately get out of it and kind of get a little bit bearish, hanging right outside of our box here at 72.80s, which is, this box has been very important, as y'all have noticed if you tune in a lot. If not, here you go. You can see it's been drawn on here for a while. Very nice ping pong range and respected very much as well. This looks pretty nasty. We start getting comfy back below this little swing hammer low at 68, man. I would be looking for this to break structure to the downside. Let's zoom out to the weekly. Oh, god dang it. Stupid oil going negative. What the hell, man? Corona. All right. The weekly does have really good support at like 666, of course. But $66 and change, we'll just say. So it's above that, it's okay, but man, looking a little bit heavy off of this close. We'll see if the bulls can defend that mid 60s this week. Couple days left, so kind of have to just check that out on Friday. And also, let's look at the monthly actually, since that does close today. Oh, dang it. All right, this is an interesting spot on the monthly right here on the MAMA. So a lot of the MAMA is this purple line. It's the Ehlers mother of all moving averages. And this is an interesting spot. A lot of times when price comes back to test this aggressive slope like this, you do get counter rallies up into like the hump up here. So that is an interesting spot. And if we got back above 72, that could very well bring in top of range test here at 82. You already know that 82 bucks is the mega resistance zone. Bulls trying to defend a little bit today, but let's zoom in a little bit. Yeah, they're trying to defend that Look at that, right to almost 666, just shy of the sixes, 66s. Man, that's too many sixes. And they are trying to defend so far, but will they get follow through? Really need to get them back above 70 so this doesn't look so heavy. Nat gas is just sucks. It just goes down apparently and sideways. It hasn't made a lower low yet, which is about to. It's teetering on the edge at about 230. Below 230 does kind of break this intermediate structure that looks pretty good for a reversal. But below 230 kind of breaks that, so not too great. Oh, rally hard off of the off this low, right on this little structure. Okay, so I don't know if there's some, what is it, stupid dovish talk now from the Fed, whatever the crap, but that's what this is kind of implying, that we're getting something maybe backing off rates probably. At some point they'll probably have to, but I guess who knows how long they'll keep them elevated. I hope they keep them elevated for a long time. We've gotten a lot of this financial mess because of free money, like our hopium. And so we'll see what happens if we can get back above like 129. I could definitely see them backing off, by Christmas time or something. And that is what the market's really looking for. It wants that free money, dude. It wants that it's hit. It wants its fix. So interesting little rally here because this was getting sold pretty aggressively for the last couple weeks. So we're getting a little relief rally so far. We'll see if that turns into reversal or not. Needs a lot more strength. 114 on the 10-year, and then what did I say? 130 on the notes. 129. Let's see. TMF is going to be pretty much representing ZB. So yeah, nothing really new there. It is at the bottom side of range. Wow, dollars rallying more. Okay, this is new. This is good price info. This thing is getting aggressive, man. Lots of resistance, though, at that 105.30-ish area, which we've been talking about for a while. You can just see that very clearly on the chart here, and also this trend line and the 200. But this thing looks like it wants to get it. Surprisingly, dollar and gold and stuff are rallying together. That usually doesn't happen. Not for palladium or platinum, though. They're getting smashed. We're actually sub 1,000 barely on platinum. We'll look at that here in a second. So maybe this dollar pumping is also putting a little pressure on the crypto market, which it generally does when it rallies hard. Very interesting. This one's important to watch. We start getting over 105, man. Ooh, dude, our rate's going to just keep going. Holy moly. Nice little rally here off of structure. See if we can get back over 2K. If we get it back over 2K off of this formation, this could be considered a false breakdown. If we did get comfy back over 2K, and that could look really good. And if that did happen, I'd be looking for new highs on this structure here over 2060-ish. Back below this little swing low probably works us to 1888. So there's that. 2420, y'all already know what it is on silver. Really need to get back over 2420. I just don't really care about it until then. Platinum, dude, platinum, ouch. Couldn't make a higher high, and it's just been getting mollywopped since then. We lost that 1050 area, looks like last Thursday. Next support was about 1,000. So we'll see if the bulls can defend right here, but looking pretty nasty, man. Let's go to the weekly. Okay, so the weekly looks a little bit better. You got that upper 900 handle, like 980-ish and up, is some pretty decent support. So let's see if bulls can defend this from making a lower low right here off of this low, which is down at about 930. I don't trade platinum very often, but it's definitely something to keep an eye on. GDX is losing. It's horizontal, looks like. Yeah, it looks like we rallied. Yeah, we're down below that. GDX has also lost it. Let me go look at the hash ribbons real quick. I meant to look at that earlier this week because I think that's an important chart to check out. Let's see what's going on here. Has it flipped red? No, it has not. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, let's move this over. Price actions going into all my notes. It has not flipped red yet, like here or here. You know, which usually brings in some bearish price action. You know, here it is back in the 21 rally. Okay, interesting. So that has not happened. And we're still on pretty much buy mode. Okay, well, I thought there'd be a little bit something better there, but there isn't really anything to be seen on that. So I'm actually a little surprised though that it's not even close to crossing down. So, all right. Well, that gives me a little bit more bullish confidence in the macro. So that's nice. We're only going to look at bullish things because we only want it to go to the moon. I'm just joking, of course. Let's see here. Oh, what else did I want to pull up? There was something else that I wanted to look at. What the hell was it? It wasn't the halving. Oh, it was it's on Bitcoin, the Pi cycle. I don't know if y'all ever heard about Pi cycle. It became real popular, I think, a couple of years ago, like in the last run. It was pretty interesting. I just want to see where the top line is at this moment in time. Let's see. Usually you have to like scroll way up to see it. Let's see. Oh, I don't even see it now. Where it be? Where it be at though? Oh, here's some notes I have on it. Nice. What does that say? Oh, okay. As of 8/22/55, dude, double top. Yep, yeah, that all came to fruition. The Pi cycle is really good, especially when you're in like a really bullish market. Man, I don't see the. Did I turn it on right? No, it's on. I don't see the lines. I guess. Hold on, let me scroll back here. It's an interesting indicator, that's for sure. And it's marked the tops on Bitcoin every single time. Yeah, like it's just way up there. This blue line is what I'm looking for. I want to see the slope of it. Let's see. God dang, it's at $1 billion, trillion, quadrillion, zillion dollars, dude. What the hell? There it is. Okay. Interesting, man. That thing got aggro, man. All right, so it is a nasty sloping. Definitely. I don't think we've ever seen it cross like in a bearish cycle or like on the lows. You can see it cross. I mean, it literally called the top. And no one freaking believed it, man. I made a video actually on that, I think on that day or a couple days later and was like, man, it fired off. Watch out, y'all. Get out. Sell some shit. And of course, most people were like, no, dude, it's going to 250K. That was the number everybody was calling when this happened. But dude, the Pi cycle is no lie. I know we're far away from that thing triggering again, but it's just a cool, it's a cool indicator to check out. We can scroll back real quick just to show you if you've never seen it before. Look at this one. I know it doesn't seem real. I know it seems crazy. I know. I don't even know how it works or the math or whatever, but look at this shit. Literally to the freaking candle in the 2017 run. Pretty amazing, isn't it? Pretty amazing. So that'll be good once we go into full bull boner mode. You can look out for that to kind of signal at least that is probably the top. And I don't know if it did it in the first run. I think it might have needed more time. Let's see. Oh, nope. It did it again. It did it all the way back in 2013. Look at that shit. Beautiful. I don't know what the hell. If someone knows about that, type it in the chat or DM me or something. Like the math on that shit, but it is pretty interesting. All right, so let's just turn that off. I just wanted to see the slope of it, and it is aggressively sloping down, so that is kind of interesting, and we'll see if maybe that meets up at some point, because that's a really long-term indicator. So now it only come to fruition if this is actually bulls flipping this bitch around to take the reins. All right, I think that's probably it. Let's go look at our minor index real fast. Interesting. So it's actually pretty much flat today. I mean, it's down a little bit, like 2% it says. I mean, that looks pretty damn flat to me. This right here. Hold on. Yeah, that looks pretty damn flat to me. Right on the 21. Interesting spot to stop. Let's go to the weekly. Yeah, I mean, this is still higher highs, higher lows. I mean, this actually still doesn't look bad. You know, and it's at that 330 level. As we've talked about, we're not really concerned with this until it breaks like 320-ish. So, hey, I like that this isn't selling off hard with the some of the crypto sell-off today. Oh, Silvergate has been removed. Look at that. It's red now. That could never happen though, bro. Wow, Voyager is sub-penny. Oh, God, this one, dude. Brutal. Look at this great chart. Oh, snap. What happened was we scammed people. All right, let's see. Coin, green, nope, nope, nope. Look at cores, though. Still flat as shit, man. Interesting chart. I have been wanting to go long on this. I took some long trades back on the stream back over here in April, and I've been wanting to re-enter it, but it's just been so damn flat, dude. And it is a little bit of liquid, so it's kind of hard to get in and out of, but man, dude, so flat. Here's that 200. We only got like another few weeks, and then it's just going to meet price no matter what. Pretty interesting chart, though. Actually still looks really good above 33 cents. All right, nothing really there. Let's look at sector majors. What is everything? Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. Look at this. Banking rallied right up underneath this. Doji getting sell-off. Uh-oh. Banking crisis continuation on the verge. I think everybody's kind of just been thinking that. And this chart isn't getting us out of the woods yet either. We're not seeing that as far as confirmation and price action anywhere. So, uh-oh. Uh-oh, very interesting. You know what? I'm going to put an alert on this just in case that I miss it. Let's put it at 36 right here. Perfect. Maybe. Crossing down. I don't care about crossing up. I'm also going to put it on the KB to the E. Let's see what that does. Also about the same price area, 30-something. Here we go. Crossing down. That's what we want, just like that. All right, Noiz. Let's go to XLF. What is it doing? Ew. See, this is the thing. Like with the banks, like in bull markets, why is there so much bearish shit going on? You know, unless you just look at this stock. Oh, Epic. Or this stock. Oh, my buddy's calling me. Or this stock here. Just freaking. Like, get the hell out of here, man. Look at this thing. This one's the craziest. Nvidia has done, I think, like 100 and something percent this year. Look at this shit. 170 something percent. Big, huge gap, though. Gaps do get filled. So, was that going to get filled here soon? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Starting to look a little bit clustery heavy up here, isn't it? Man, if it loses 365, watch out. Probably can look for gap fill to about 300. All right, I think that's probably it. Just kind of nasty day. No follow through from bulls. Let's look at water stocks. Kind of want to look at these every once in a while. Because long term, man, if you're like a hollow long term dude, you know, like you don't really care, look at your portfolio except every year or something, or tax time or some shit like that. Water is a real good one to invest in, especially like the AWK and CWT. They've been around a long time. You can see this damn trend is very intact. Let me go to CWT because that one goes back to like the 70s or something like that. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at this. Look at this. What, dude? What? It almost doesn't sell off. Yeah, there's a couple little blips here. A little 27% sell off. A little 25% sell off. Here, what's this one? Another 24. So it looks like mid 20s is about another 23. I bet you this is 23 too. Oh, look, it's 25, 26. So mid 20s. This, I want to buy some of this right now. I'm just being really patient, but I do want to make a basket with like some water stocks and a couple other things that are like long term, making my own kind of index, so to speak, that should beat the spiders and some other stuff, because I think water and Hershey's and car part manufacturers, I think, is one that's really slept on. Like, I don't know if you know what LKQ is. It's a place that sells used car parts and like junkyard stuff, whatever. And look at this stock too. Look at this shit. Look at this. All the way back to pretty much 2000. Yeah, it's had some blips. A little bit more aggressive, a little 50%er. There's another little 60%er. But overall, man, very beautiful charts here. So we'll talk about that a little bit more once we get comfy on the spiders above 4,200 on S&P. Then we can start, I think, building some of these indexes up. All right, I think I'm going to wrap this biatch up. Throw a ticker. Oh, nice. Throw a ticker in the chat box if you want to, if you want me to look at it. And I'm just going to do the wrap up real quick. Bitcoin, what are you doing? Why are you not at like 180,000 yet? That's what they told me. It was going to be above there by the end of this week. They lied. Now we're back in the stupid range. You already know what's up though. 26K is kind of like I'm almost wanting to just ratchet that to be my new 24,000 as I was talking about on Monday. I think I kind of have to do that. It's kind of hard for me too, but just given that all these EMAs, the important ones, and this trend line cross are all within like a couple percentage points. This has never happened in Bitcoin's history. And so this is very different price action. And as long as it's above here, I'm macro bullish still. We start getting comfy below 26 though, man. I don't think 24 would hold if that does happen. Like just the way the chart's built out now. You know, and that wasn't the case like a few weeks ago, earlier in May, and definitely most of all of April. But now, as we've had time for EMAs to catch up and stuff, I think the bulls really got to defend this structure right around here. So it still looks okay. And as long as we're above that 26,000 level, oh my God, then it's all right. Unicorn shirt, man, he's doing better off the structure. I love how the EMAs stayed pretty much flat and up. They are mostly in chronological order, except for the Mama. The Mama is providing that resistance, as you can see. On Monday, we were chatting about, man, the Mama is no joke. It is straight up the truth in price action. Here's an example of that coming into the slope that I talked about earlier in the stream. Like you touch it, and then it literally goes right up to the top. This happens all the time. I can't remember if that was on Bitcoin. I think it was. Well, whatever. Just there's an example. Just kind of randomly saw to just mention. But anyway, wrapping it up, 1850. Above that, looks fine. We're getting defense from there so far. We get below 1850. Man, that's mid-1700s is the line in the sand for Unicorn shirt, man. And, you know, it'd be nice to see Charlie. If Charlie could keep it up here and pump, because it did lead the market in the last bull run. And it led the market, I'm sorry, not in the last bull run. Ethereum led the market then. But it led the market on the reversal from last fall. So if this could keep it up, and it technically still does have higher highs and higher low structure, the only way this gets threatened is if we start losing $83. That starts to suck. I think it's a 7 hellbound. I'm pretty sure. I believe it's a 7. It might be more. I'd have to double check. I'd have to go look in the thing because you have to kind of like add it into the Pine script or whatever. But it's something like that, 7 or 10. I think that's it, man. I don't see any tickers. I think das ist alles, ja? Jawohl. Yeah, nothing else. We already know ES needs to get back over 42. It's just lollygagging, slowly trying to grind up. NASDAQ's the only one that looks bullish, but that's mostly off the backs of NVIDIA, Apple, like 5 companies. And it is kind of like straight vertical, so I wouldn't be surprised to see this kind of take a little bit of a breather and maybe meet back up with the 21 over the next couple of weeks. The monthly does close today, so pretty important closes. We'll follow up on those on Friday morning stream. And other than that, I hope you all have a beautiful hump day and awesome rest of the week till Friday morning. And we'll see y'all then. Yeah, see you too, Hellbound. And we'll see y'all then. Much love. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Catch you Friday morning. Z-Rex out. Peace.